Far above the North Atlantic, where icebergs drift through silent fjords and winter darkness can last for months, lies one of the most remote inhabited places on Earth. A land where colorful houses cling to rocky coastlines, where dog sleds still move across snow-covered ground, where entire communities live with no roads connecting them, where the sea, the ice, and the weather still shape daily life in ways most of the modern world no longer understands. This is Greenland, the world's largest island. A place so vast and extreme that nearly 80% of it is covered by ice. To many outsiders, Greenland feels almost uninhabitable. A frozen wilderness of glaciers, polar winds, and endless snow. But for the people who live here, Greenland is not a survival story. It is home. A place where modern life and ancient Arctic tradition coexist in one of the most extraordinary environments on Earth. Because living in Greenland is not simply about enduring the cold. It is about building an entire way of life around it. This is how people live on the edge of the Arctic. To understand Greenland, you first have to understand how isolated it truly is. Despite its enormous size, Greenland has a population of only around 57,000 people, making it one of the least densely populated places on Earth. Most residents live in small towns and settlements scattered along the ice-free coastline. There are no roads connecting most towns, no railways, no highway network crossing the island. To travel between communities, people often rely on boats, helicopters, planes, snowmobiles, or dog sleds depending on season and location. Imagine living in a country where visiting another town often means boarding a plane or ferry rather than driving. That is ordinary life in Greenland. The reason is simple. The terrain makes large-scale road infrastructure almost impossible. Steep mountains, deep fjords, glaciers, ice sheet, extreme weather. The landscape does not allow easy movement. So Greenlandic life has always been coastal. Communities hug the sea because the sea is the lifeline. Historically, and still today, the ocean provides transport, food, work, and connection. Most Greenlanders are Inuit or of mixed Inuit and Danish heritage, and Inuit culture remains central to Greenlandic identity. For thousands of years, Arctic survival here depended on deep knowledge of sea, ice, and animal migration. That legacy still shapes daily life. Although modern Greenland has supermarkets, schools, offices, and internet, traditional hunting and fishing remain culturally and practically important. Many Greenlanders still hunt or fish part-time. Not as a hobby, but as part of life. Fishing is the backbone of Greenland's economy, especially shrimp, halibut, and cod. And in many communities, local catch still supplements household food significantly. The climate dictates nearly everything. Winters are long, dark, and severe. In some regions, the sun disappears for extended periods. Snow and ice dominate much of the year. Storms can shut down travel entirely. Temperatures routinely plunge far below freezing. But Greenlanders do not simply endure this climate. They organize life around it. Homes are built for insulation and warmth. Vehicles are equipped for snow and ice. Clothing is layered, practical, and weather-driven. People monitor weather constantly because conditions can change quickly and dangerously. In Greenland, weather is not background information. It determines plans. It determines movement. Sometimes it determines whether travel is possible at all. Yet despite the harshness, Many Greenlanders describe the environment not as oppressive but as deeply beautiful. Towering glaciers, still fjords, northern lights, icebergs drifting past town windows, pure air, immense silence. Nature here is not a weekend escape. It is a permanent presence, and it shapes the mindset of those who live within it. Life in Greenland tends to foster resilience, patience, and practicality. Because in an environment like this, nature always has the final word. Community is therefore extremely important. In many smaller settlements, everyone knows everyone. Families often live near each other. Support networks are close. Social isolation in such an environment can be dangerous, so communal bonds remain strong. This closeness creates a unique atmosphere. Children often grow up with unusual freedom. Neighbors watch out for one another. People rely heavily on local trust and familiarity. Even in the capital, Nuuk, which is modernizing rapidly, Greenland retains a small community feel compared with major global cities. Daily life in towns blends traditional and modern elements in ways that feel striking to outsiders. You may see a fishing boat docked beside a modern apartment block, a hunter in sealskin gear using a smartphone, drying fish hanging outside homes while satellite dishes sit on rooftops, snowmobiles parked beside supermarkets. This coexistence of ancient adaptation and modern technology defines Greenlandic life. The education system and healthcare are modern and publicly accessible. Young Greenlanders attend school much like elsewhere. Universities and professional careers exist. Many study abroad, especially in Denmark. Yet there remains a constant balancing act between preserving indigenous Arctic identity and participating in a globalized modern world. That balance is especially visible among younger generations. Many Greenlandic youth embrace both worlds. Modern music, fashion, and social media on one hand. Traditional language, hunting, and Inuit heritage on the other. Greenlandic remains the primary language for much of daily life, though Danish is also widely used in government and education. Food in Greenland reflects the environment. Traditional Greenlandic cuisine is built around what the Arctic provides. Fish, seal, whale, musk ox, reindeer, Arctic char. These foods are not exotic novelties. They are practical outcomes of life in a place where agriculture is extremely limited. Imported food is available in towns and supermarkets, but it is expensive. Because nearly everything must be shipped or flown in. This makes cost of living notably high. Fresh fruit, vegetables, household goods, and consumer products often cost far more than in mainland Europe or North America. Living in Greenland therefore comes with trade-offs. You gain extraordinary scenery and peace, but you sacrifice convenience and affordability. Employment opportunities can also be limited. Outside government, education, healthcare, fishing, tourism, and some trades, job markets are narrower than in larger economies. This contributes to one of Greenland's modern challenges: retaining young talent. Many young Greenlanders leave for study or work opportunities abroad. The question of how to create enough economic opportunity while preserving Greenlandic culture is one of the country's defining modern issues. Climate change adds another layer of complexity. Few places on Earth are experiencing visible climate transformation as dramatically as Greenland. Melting ice affects hunting patterns. Sea ice becomes less predictable. Traditional travel routes change. communities must adapt to environmental shifts happening within living memory. For many Greenlanders, climate change is not abstract politics. It is direct lived reality. And yet, despite the challenges, many choose to stay. Why? Because Greenland offers something increasingly rare in the modern world: silence, space, nature, community, identity, a sense of belonging to land and culture in a way urban life often cannot replicate. People stay because here, life feels grounded. Because in Greenland, the natural world is not hidden behind concrete. It is everywhere. Because children grow up understanding weather, sea, ice, and seasons in intimate detail. Because community still matters deeply. Because the Arctic is not merely where they live. It is who they are. Greenland is not easy. It is expensive, remote, cold, weather dependent, economically limited in many ways. But for those who call it home, it offers a life shaped by resilience, connection, and extraordinary natural beauty. A life lived at the mercy of the elements, yet in deep harmony with them. This is Greenland, a place where modern life meets ancient Arctic survival, where people do not merely live near the ice, they live with it every single day.